Well, hello everyone. It's Mr. Matthew, Rhonda, and Kay the camera girl. What up? And we are in California! 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 And we are about to go on a tide pool adventure. So what is a tide pool? Tide pool is a bunch of water that the ocean leaves on a rock and it collects in a pool. And a bunch of cool animals live there. I think it's time that we went out and we found some. Oh, what? Oh, Rhonda wants to really find a sea star. So let's go try to find one. We just caught a green shore crab. Look at him go. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're gonna name him Xander. Xander the crab, he's got a lot of energy. Look at him go. Wow. See how he's going either this way or this way? Because he can't walk front or back because the way his legs are. So crabs only walk from side to side. Wow, he's really cool. So I'm gonna put him right back over here because I found him underneath this rock over here. Whew! Fun stuff. Over here! Over here! Every one of these tiny little white things is not a rock, but an animal. Each one is called a barnacle. These are called acorn barnacles. There's so many of them. Hundreds, thousands. And these guys over here, these are called volcano barnacles. Volcano barnacles look like volcanoes. Each barnacle has a door, and when the door opens up when they're underwater, a little feather-like tongue comes up and starts grabbing food out of the water. Look at all these volcanoes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at this big one. We'll name this one Yasina. Rhonda, you're tickling Yasina with your whisker! What'd you find, Kay?
Sea urchins.
Sea urchins? Oh yeah, each of those little purple spots is a sea urchin. You gotta be careful though, because they're spiky. They're just covered in spikes. Kind of like a porcupine, but purple. Now why do you think something like that is gonna be covered in spikes? That's right, Rhonda, for protection. The sea urchin has spikes all around it so other animals aren't going to try to eat it. Look at these three, they're all clustered together. We'll name them Violet, Andrew, and Blake. Ooh, they are spiky. Ooh, Violet, you are spiky. Ooh, Blake, you are spiky too. We're looking for the starfish. It's really hard to find. There's not too many of them out here, but we're looking. We have found a lot of animals right here. Every one of these little black bumps, it might look like another rock, but it's actually a little sea snail. Snails live in the ocean too. Found one with a spiral in it. Here's a sea snail. You can see he has a really pretty spiral in his shell. They actually have like a little door. And then they close that door, they can stay wet inside the shell, even if there's no water around them. And that's what this guy's done right here. And look, he's just stuck right on my finger. Look, he's not even falling off. I think we'll name him Lucas. This little guy right here is called a chitin. Chitins have armor all over their bodies. She has 8 plates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 plates of armor. And the chitin has all that armor because she doesn't want other animals eating her up. And she is sticking to that rock really strong. I can't even move her. I'm going to name this chitin Evie. And Evie is stuck right in there. Okay, goodbye, Evie. Rhonda, don't eat Evie. You found a fast snail? Oh! It looks like a snail, but this is actually a hermit crab.
Under the sea.
Hermit crabs take the shells of snails and then they live in them like their home. So this was once a snail shell, but then a hermit crab found it and he made it his home. He put his whole body inside that snail shell because he's protecting himself. Wow, there's a lot of hermit crabs down there. What, Rhonda? What? You want to name them all? We'll name this one Garrett. We'll call this one Tristan. We'll call this one Thomas. Whoa, Thomas. We'll name this one Austin. We'll call this one Julia. We'll name this one Yvonne. Oh, he's coming out. Oh, Yvonne, you're running away, Yvonne. We just found a sea anemone. And sea anemones have stinging tentacles. They sting. And I'm gonna go touch it. Nah, I'm just kidding. Sea anemones do have stinging cells, but they only use them to sting small animals. So when I touch him, I don't feel anything. But look what happens when I do touch him all the way around. He closes up like that because he's protecting himself. He thinks that I want to try to eat him. I don't really want to eat sea anemones.
Don't eat me.
Sea anemones also close up when they're out of water. All of these guys are little sea anemones that have closed up because they're out of the water. Now all these sea anemones, they have a lot of shells stuck to them. And they do that, they stick the shells to them to help them keep more water in. These are all sea anemones. Look at how many there are. Rhonda wants to name some. We'll name these 3 big ones right here, okay? We'll name this one Kinley, this one Ava, and this one Biscuit. Look at that! A bunch of trash. That makes me really sad when I see trash at the beach like this. A lot of people just like throw their trash here, or sometimes they don't make sure the trash gets in the trash can and the wind blows it in the ocean, and then when it's in the ocean it winds up on the beach like this. It makes me sad, but a lot of people do help clean it up, and that's a great thing. Oh, Rhonda, you found a Seehair. Wow, he's a big one. A hare is another name for a rabbit. And Seehairs are named like that because the flaps on their head kind of look like rabbit ears. Seehairs are kind of like snails, except that we can't see their shells because the shell is actually inside his soft body. We'll name this Seehair Eli.
Serving USA.
Okay, bye Eli. Yeah, Rhonda, I know. We're looking for the sea star, but I can't guarantee we're gonna find one. Sea stars are really hard to find around here, okay? Oh, look what Rhonda found! She found a limpet. A limpet is kind of like a snail, but with a flat shell. We'll name this one Logan. So limpets are actually like gardeners.
Howdy.
So he has like a little garden of these little tiny plants called algae. And he grows them and he eats them. And he makes sure that no other limpets steal his algae, because that's his food.
Yummy.
So Logan's a pretty good gardener. Now I'm gonna try to show you what's underneath Logan's shell.
What?
But I have to do it really fast.
Y'all not lifting me up.
Because if I go slow, then he'll harden up and clink onto the rock really tight, and I won't be able to lift him up. But if I do it fast enough, I should be able to take him off the rock to show you guys what's underneath. So I'm gonna try it. Here we go.
Nope. Can't do it. Go!
So this is Logan's foot. It's like a snail foot. I'm gonna put him right back where I found him. There you go, Logan. So it's really important to put back the animals just how you found them when they're in the tide pool, because this is Logan's home right here, and if I put him somewhere else, he'd be away from his garden and he wouldn't be able to get to his food. So it's important, any tide pool animal you pick up, you gotta put it back right where you found it, because that's their home. Oh look, Rhonda found some more limpets. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll name them Braden, Nathan, Cole, and we'll name this one Ariel. We found a starfish! We have found an ochre sea star. People call them starfish, but they're not really fish. We should really be calling them sea stars. They actually belong to their own group of animals called echinoderms.
Echinoderms. Echinoderms.
Echinoderms! Whoa, it's a long word! I know! The sea star we found has 5 arms. The sea star also has an eye on the tip of each of its arms. That means it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 eyes. Can you imagine having an eye at the tip of our arms? What? On the underside, you can see it has these little tiny tube feet. And the little tube feet are what help it move around and grab things. On the very middle, that's where his stomach is. That's where he eats things. What's that, Rhonda? What? Oh, Rhonda wants to name the sea star Miss Ashriel. That's a good name. That's a good name for that sea star. Goodbye, Miss Ashriel. Wow, we had a lot of fun exploring tide pools, didn't we, Rhonda? I hope all you guys get to go out and explore a tide pool one day too. But until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep having fun. This is Mr. Matthew and Rhonda. Until next time.